Hey everybody, today I'm going to share with you my roast chicken recipe, my version of lemon and herb. Very easy, just basically marinate everything and chuck in the oven. So I'll show you a step-by-step process. Um, Great for Sunday lunch, Sunday roast lunch. Stick with me and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so I got a whole chicken here. This is about 1.6 kilos. Whole chicken, quite a large chicken. Um, the rub is fairly simple. All I have is lemon, so I'm going to get some lemon zest onto the chicken and the juice as well. So I'm going to give it a nice tangy zing to it. I have oregano, dried oreganos, fresh rosemaries, one small brown onion, and about one tablespoon of chopped garlic. And the rest is fairly straightforward. We got olive oil, black pepper, salt, and I have chicken stock. And what I'll be doing is I'll be roasting it in my barbecue oven. So the very first thing I'm going to do now is actually start off the barbecue and get the heat going to about 200 to 220 degrees Celsius. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the barbecue or your oven to be preheated, you can start to prepare your chicken. The very first thing I'm going to do is get the lemon zest and just going to grate it over the chicken and let it marinate in there. Okay, so that's about um, 1 teaspoon or just a whole lemon. Next thing I'm going to do is just squeeze the juice in there, half it, pluck out the seeds, give it a good generous squeeze. And what you want to do with this half lemon that you squeeze in it is to stuff it in the cavity. Keep this other half of a lemon. Um, this will be just before serving. Basically, give it a good squeeze, and will give you some nice tanginess to your dish. What I'm going to do next is basically put some salt and pepper over the chicken. You want a generous amount. Give it a good seasoning. Same with the pepper. Next, I'm just going to drizzle olive oil over it. Put in the tablespoon of garlic. Don't forget to rub some inside the cavity as well. With the dried oregano, just a few sprinkles back in front of it. I have fresh rosemary here, so I'm just going to right away from the stem. And I have one extra twig. I'm going to shove it inside the cavity. And with this onion, I'm basically going to quarter it and shove it inside the cavity as well. And that's pretty much it. That's my marinade. There you go. Um, Now, what we're going to do next is put it on the pan. Have a roasting tray with a rack. That would be ideal. I'm just going to use a pan that can withstand heat in the oven. A little tray. What it looks like. I'm going to transfer the chicken over. I like to have the breast side up, so it will give you a nice look to it with all the remnants of the marinade. Pour some inside the cavity and over the top. You want to make sure you get all the pepper, garlic, and herbs. Lovely flavors. And that's it. So, time to chuck in the oven. I've just checked the temperature. It's about 200 degrees Celsius, so it's about right. So I'm going to pop it in there and leave it there for about an hour. Before I forget, I'm going to use a cooking thermometer. So, because cooking chicken can be tricky, timing depends on the size of the chicken. So, I'm going to use a cooking thermometer to give me a rough gauge on how well it's done. I'm going to put it inside the tie. Okay, into the oven it goes. So, I'm going to leave it for about 40 minutes. I'm going to come back and check on the chicken and we'll see how we go. Okay, to avoid the pan from drying out and burning the wonderful juices in there, I'm going to line it with a little bit of chicken stock. Then at least I can use the wonderful garlic and all the flavors in there. Because if I don't put anything in there, it's going to dry up, it's going to burn all that and get black. So I want to try and salvage some of those. So this is approximately about 5 minutes into cooking. I'm just going to pop it open, have a look, and it gives me a rough idea how things are going in there. So you can see that um, it's sizzling underneath, so I definitely need to pop up some stock in there so it doesn't dry out. So I'm going to put in about 1/3 of this box for now, so about 300 mils. Let it simmer as well, and we'll check in about half an hour's time to see how things are going. Okay, so a good 40 minutes is up. I'm just going to pop it open, see how it looks like. We'll most likely need to cook it for another 20 minutes to half an hour. I'll use the thermometer, see where we're at, and we'll have a better idea on how well it's going. A lovely golden brown color. Turn it around and top up the stock again. Definitely smells really delicious. The heat's just about right. I don't want to increase it anymore. But it's quite a large piece of chicken, so you definitely need to cook it a little bit longer. The thermometer also shows that it's not done yet, so I'm going to leave it for a little bit. About 20 minutes more, we'll pop it open and have a look. Okay, so 1 hour is up. We're going to take a peek and see how it looks like. Lovely. Love the color. Looking lovely in there. Now all we have to do is just let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we can cut it up. Can't wait to taste this. So that concludes the lemon herb roast chicken. Um, Looks very delicious with the gravy underneath. That's what I'm going to be pouring over my pasta, and that's going to give me a lot more flavors as well. Till next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Cheers.